Dear shareholders, good afternoon. This is Hanos Mistry, Company Secretary, and I'm very pleased to welcome you to the 103rd Annual General Meeting of the Tata Power Company Limited, held through video conference. I would like to take you through certain points regarding participation at this meeting. The facility of joining the AGM through video conference or other audiovisual means is being made available to members on a first-come, first-served basis. All members who have joined this meeting are by default placed on mute mode by the host to avoid any disturbance arising from background noise and to ensure smooth and seamless conduct of the meeting. Once the Q&A session starts, the chairman will announce the name of the shareholders who have registered as speaker shareholder one by one. Only the audio of the speaker shareholder will thereafter be unmuted by the host. To start speaking, the shareholder is requested to click the video on button only once and wait till the video is on. If the shareholder is not able to join through video for any reason, he can speak through audio mode. While speaking, we would request the speaker to A, use earphones so that he is clearly audible, B, minimize any noise in the background, C, ensure that Wi-Fi is not connected to any other device, D, no other background applications are running, and E, there is proper lighting to have good video and audio experience. If there is a connectivity problem at the speaker shareholder's end, we will request the next speaker to join in. We would like to request the shareholders to limit their speech to 3 minutes. During the AGM, if a shareholder faces any technical issues, he may contact the helpline numbers mentioned in the notice of the AGM. Thank you. Over to Chairman, sir.
Dear shareholders, good afternoon to all of you. I welcome you to the 103rd AGM of the company. As the requisite quorum is present, I now call the meeting to order. Before I start with the proceedings, I would like to request all the directors who have joined this AGM through video conference to introduce themselves. Anjali Bansal.
Good afternoon, respected shareholders, and namaste. This is Anjali Bansal. I'm an independent director on the board of your company and joining this AGM through video. Thank you.
Vibha Padalka.
No, this is Vibha Padalkar. I'm joining this AGM from Latin America and Peru.
Sanjay Bandarka.
Good afternoon, shareholders. This is Sanjay Bandarkar attending the Tata Power AGM from my residence in Mumbai via video link. I'm also the chairman of the Nominations and Remuneration Committee of the board. Thank you.
K.M. Chandrasekhar.
Good afternoon, shareholders. I am K.M. Chandrasekhar, joining this AGM from Trivandrum in Kerala by video conference. Thank you.
Hemant Bhargava.
Good afternoon. This is Hemant Bhargava participating in the Tata Power AGM from my residence in Mumbai. Thank you.
Saurabh Agarwal.
Yeah, good afternoon, shareholders. This is Saurabh Agarwal participating in this AGM through video conference from Mumbai.
Banmali Agarwala.
This is Banmali Agrawal participating in this AGM through video conference from Singapore. I am also the chairman of the Stakeholders Relationship Committee. Thank you.
Ashok Sinha.
Good afternoon. I am Ashok Sinha joining this AGM by video conferencing from Mumbai. I am also a chairman of the Audit Committee. Thank you.
Thank you. With me present here in Mumbai are Dr. Pravesh Sinha, the Managing Director and CEO, Sanjeev Churiwala, the Chief Financial Officer, and Hanos Mistry, the Company Secretary. The representatives of the statutory auditors and the secretarial auditors are also attending this meeting. I thank all the members for joining the meeting today. I hope all of you are safe and in good health. Due to the pandemic concerns, we are holding this annual general meeting through video conference. This is in compliance with the directions of the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. A live streaming of this meeting is also being webcast on NSDL's website. The company has taken the requisite steps to enable members to participate and vote on the items being considered in this AGM. The company has received 6 letters along with board resolutions from corporate shareholders in respect of 149 crore 72 lakhs 57,565 equity shares, representing 46.86% of the paid up equity capital. Since there is no physical attendance of members, the requirement of appointing proxies is not applicable. The registers as required under the Companies Act 2013 and the documents that are required to be kept open in terms of the resolutions in the AGM notice are open for inspection. Members who have not voted earlier through remote e-voting can cast their vote in the course of the meeting today through e-voting facility. Since the notice is already circulated to all the members, I take the notice convening this meeting as read. I would now like to also welcome the company's workers' union representatives to the AGM. We value their contribution in maintaining industrial harmony at all Tata Power establishments. Today we have with us Mr. Kailash Sakpal, General Secretary at the Mumbai area, Mr. Rajan Surve, President at Mumbai area, and Mr. Rakeshwar Pandey, President at Jojobera. Now, before we go to the shareholder speakers, I would like to give you an update. The year 2021-22 can be defined as a year of resilience and responsibility. First, the collective resilience of the society, companies, and government ensured that the headwinds emanating from elevated commodity prices, residual effects and variants of COVID-19, geopolitical conflicts, and erratic weather patterns have not left us badly bruised. Secondly, the global community continued to show commitment and relentless focus towards sustainability development. There was an increase of 27% in energy transition investment during the calendar year 2021 globally, aggregating a total amount of US dollars 755 billion. India's green energy push gained momentum during the year, intensifying further with the strong commitments made at the COP26 conference in Glasgow by the government. India made a historic announcement of becoming net zero by 2070 with 500 gigawatts of non-fossil capacity by 2030 and meeting 50% of the energy requirements from renewable energy by the year 2030. Increased vaccination coverage helped resume activities in the second half of the year, and in general, the industrial activity bounced back. The higher commercial and industrial activities boosted the power demand by about 8% in the financial year 2022. Peak power demand reached the 200 gigawatt mark for the first time during July 2021. The unanticipated rise in electricity demand caused additional strain on domestic coal supplies, causing demand-supply gap, and thus increasing the demand for power, which witnessed surge in electricity prices to the extent of rupees 20 per unit. India's installed generation capacity stood close to 400 gigawatts as on 31st March 2022. Though the generation mix is dominated by thermal at 52%, a movement towards clean energy is evident with a slowdown in new thermal capacity additions to the tune of 1.3 gigawatts only during FY22, contributing to only 10% of the total capacity addition during the period. The focus on renewable energy sector has led to steady growth of India's renewable energy capacity over the years, passing 100 gigawatt mark in the financial year 2022, with share of renewable moving up from 2% in financial year FY12 to 28% in FY22. That's a 18% positive shift in a decade. This has all been mainly driven by solar. The government-backed policy initiatives, along with the consistent fall in cost of solar technology, provided boost to the solar energy sector, making it attractive both domestic as well as international players. The changing dynamics driven by maturing technologies have shifted the trend from standalone solar and wind projects to rising interest in more complex projects, including hybrid round the clock, peak power, floating solar, as well as storage. With a push towards Atmanirbhar Bharat, the government introduced the production-linked incentive schemes across 13 sectors, including rupees 24,000 crores for solar manufacturing to lower the import dependency. In addition to the continued focus on the government on clean energy transition, one of the other critical areas is increased participation of the private players in the transmission and distribution space to improve the operational efficiencies and financial performance of the DISCOMs across the country. The government has been announcing multiple schemes towards addressing the issues in the distribution sector, which are yet to gain momentum. Growth in new business areas like solar rooftop, solar pumps, and microgrid, along with EV charging, is also gaining an accelerated momentum. Now, coming to the company's performance, the performance of your company in the last financial year and its preparedness for the future through a distinct set of priorities and goals clearly embodies its commitment towards sustainability and resilience. Your company continues with a more focused and pragmatic approach to achieve the set renewable energy targets and has added 707 megawatts of renewable capacity during the year. This has increased our clean and green portfolio to 34% of the total capacity of the company, and we aim to take this number 60% during the next 5 years. The company holds a strong EPC order book of greater than 13,000 crores in solar and is also setting up a 4 gigawatt solar cell and module manufacturing capacity in Tamil Nadu with an investment of 3,400 crores. In addition, the company is equally focused on growing consumer-centric and new energy solutions like rooftop solar, EV chargers, solar pumps, smart metering, and energy management solutions, enabling power in the hands of the consumers. To scale up the green businesses and solutions, your company also entered into a strategic investment and created renewables platform and got rupees 4,000 crore investment from BlackRock Real Assets and Mubadala Investment Company. Your company is equally committed to deliver strong performance in the transition and distribution business, already serving 12 million customers, including the 9 million customers that we got through the acquisition of the DISCOMs in Odisha. The company's financial performance has enabled an upgrade in the credit rating by both Moody's and S&P Global. Financially speaking, the consolidated revenues in the year increased by 28% to 42,576 crore as compared to rupees 33,239 crore the previous year. The increase in revenue growth was mainly due to the full year of operation of the Odisha DISCOMs and addition of capacity in renewables, and also the execution of major EPC projects in the solar area. Consolidated increased by 50% to rupees 2,156 crores as compared to rupees 1,439 crore in the previous year. The increase was mainly due to improved performance across all businesses, full year operations of Odisha DISCOMs, and lower financing cost. Consolidated net to underlying EBITDA ratio has improved from 4.1 earlier to 3.9, reinforcing the company's commitment to maintain comfortable debt position for sustainable growth. The consolidated net debt equity has remained largely in line with the previous year, even after repayment of unsecured perpetual securities of 1,500 crores and a capex of 7,268 crore during the year FY 2022. The company contributed significantly towards creating value for the stakeholders, as demonstrated through improved consolidated return on capital employed, which increased from 7.8% to 7.8% as compared to 7.2% in the previous year, and the return on equity increased to 9.5% from 6% in the previous year. Looking ahead, I am confident that Tata Power will continue delivering in all its stated commitments across financial, operations, and most importantly, the ESG metrics. Tata Power is looking to scale its generation capacity to over 30 gigawatts by FY27 in the next 5 years from the current capacity of 13.5 gigawatts. That's more than doubling our current capacity. And our clean energy portfolio will move from current 34% to 60% in the 5 years by 2027. In our transmission and distribution business, the company will further optimize the Odisha Discom operations, stabilize the new acquisition in the transmission business, and deliver a benchmark customer service enabled by digitalization. Your company is on path to becoming an ESG benchmark in the power sector. In this pursuit, we have set ourselves on path for 3 key goals of becoming carbon net zero by 2045, 100% water neutral by 2030, and zero waste to landfill before 2030. Lastly, but importantly, your company has already seen 107 years of existence and has proven itself to be an organization and a brand which has been built to last. It is with this ethos and commitment we will be continuing to tread on our journey to become the utility of the future with a focus on creating innovative, smart, and clean energy solutions to our customers. Based on the performance of the company, the directors have recommended a dividend of 175%, which is 1.75 rupees per equity share of rupees 1. I would like to thank the entire employees of the company and all at Tata Power for a steady performance and a solid foundation for the next 5 years. Now I will request the company managing director Pravir Sinha to make a brief presentation.
Thank you, Chairman. Good afternoon to all the directors, shareholders, union leaders, colleagues from Tata Power, ladies and gentlemen. It is my privilege and honor to welcome you to the 103rd Annual General Meeting of Tata Power, and I take this opportunity to share with you some of the important metrics, financial and operational, and the ESG metrics of the company in various areas of the business. As mentioned by Chairman, FY22 was a very tough year, a year in which we had 2 waves of COVID, the second wave and the third wave, and it led to restricted operations of the company for nearly 3 to 4 months. Notwithstanding that, the company has performed very well and has shown tremendous resilience in its activities. We also were deeply impacted by the geopolitical impacts which have taken place, which has led to huge supply chain disruptions, especially the coal prices, the international coal prices, which has impacted us, as also the commodity price boom which has taken place, and the solar module import that we do for our renewable business. In spite of all this, the company has been able to provide better value. The market cap has gone up by nearly 2% in last financial year. And on all the parameters, it has done very well. The revenue has increased, the EBITDA has increased, and so also the PAT has increased by 50%. Not only the P&L has improved, but the balance sheet has also improved, where the net debt to underlying EBITDA has come down to less than 4, and the net debt to equity is also in the 1.5 range, leading to better returns in terms of both ROE and ROCE. Looking into each of the businesses, we find that your company has done very well. The revenue in generation business has gone up by 28%, EBITDA has gone up by 4%, and PAT has very consistent performance. Some of the major activities that was done during last year was the CGPL merger with Tata Power. The Maithan railway line, which had been pending for many years, was completed, as also the renewal of mining license, which ensures that the supply of coal continues to Mundra plant. Looking into the transmission and distribution business, again, this cluster has done exceedingly well. The stabilization of Odisha Discoms have given us a new learning and opportunity to take many more Discoms once they get privatized. the revenue has gone up, the EBITDA has gone up, and the PAT has gone up by 30%. And some of the new acquisitions in the transmission businesses in projects which were stressed assets will give us more strength to take up similar drives in the future projects. In the renewable, which is our growth area, we have seen again our revenue has gone up. So also our EBITDA has gone up and PAT has gone up by nearly 55%. We have been able to get investment of nearly 4,000 crores from investors such as BlackRock and Mubadala, which will help us in faster growth and capacity addition in the next 5 years. We have also been able to add capacities during the year, which has helped us to enhance our generation capacity. As also, we have large number of EPC orders, which gives us better leverage in terms of providing better EPC services for ourselves as well as for third-party customers. Our manufacturing facility, we have signed the agreement with Government of Tamil Nadu, and which will come up in next 12 to 16 months, both the cell module and the cell plant as well as the module plant. And we expect that in 16 months, we'll be able to start producing both cells and modules from this plant. Some of our customer-centric business, retail business have done exceedingly well. Our rooftop business last year, both in terms of capacity as well as in terms of revenue, has grown by more than 2 times, 2.6 times for capacity and 2.4 times by revenue. This is ensuring that we continue to be number 1 in rooftop business, and our customer-centric solutions, where we provide customers the opportunity to produce power themselves, has been further enhanced. Another of our new solutions that we have been providing is about solarization of pump sets, and how in rural areas we provide cost-effective solutions to the farmers, so that they not only use the power for watering their plants, but also they can use it for their homes and also for other commercial activities. Again, we are number 1 in this area, and the type of reach that we have today in the market is ensuring that we will continue to be number 1 in future years too. One more new initiative that we took was about supporting the electric mobility. We are again number 1 in electric mobility charging facilities, whether it is public chargers, home chargers, or fleet chargers, or public mobility chargers. In all the 4 areas, we continue to be number 1. And the type of plans that we have, especially the highway electrification that we have, and especially the new plan of Kashmir to Kanyakumari, K2K, will help us to have much better reach to the customers and will support the electrification of transportation that is taking place in the country. Apart from these areas, we have also been focusing on many service-oriented businesses, especially in terms of providing energy services to the customers, whether they are industrial or commercial customers. And many of these solutions using technology has been able to help our customers to provide better quality of power as well as better usage of power, thereby making them very, very cost effective. These solutions will get enhanced as we move towards a world where energy conservation will be a very, very important thing, considering that there is huge amount of restriction in supply of electricity with control on the coal and also on the energy services that will be there. For doing all these things, we are using huge amount of digital technology in all our business areas, starting from asset performance. How do we optimize the usage of the asset and improve the productivity? We have been working on a lot of digital initiatives in these areas. On customer service, we are providing huge amount of customer information and data on real-time basis, which helps the customer to optimize their usage of energy, as well as helps us in better managing the supply of electricity to them. And the third area is how do we enhance the productivity of our employees by using many of these digital technologies. Many of the technologies that we have developed are in-house technologies, and which gives us an opportunity to not only use amongst ourselves, but also offer as a service to the other utilities and other service providers in these areas. For carrying out all these activities, it is very, very important that we provide the right work environment and employee engagement to our employees. A lot of work has been done by us, especially considering that we got nearly 11,000 employees in Odisha, and how do we make them inclusive, and the cultural integration that was done so that they do the work as a Tata way of working. I think we have been able to succeed to a very large extent because of the various initiatives and programs that has been taken over there. Our continuous effort also is in developing the talent and also the employee well-being and their family well-being. And many of these have actually helped in providing better quality service to our customers, because a satisfied and a happy employee provides better services to the customers. We have been very, very focused on sustainability. As a responsible power company, we were the first one who took the initiative of saying that we will become net zero carbon by 2045, much before any utility in the country or the country took a stand on this. We will also become water neutral before 2030 and zero waste of landfill before 2030. All our initiatives are to drive the sustainability, both in terms of action as well as in terms of thought leadership. Giving back to the community has been a core value of Tata Group, and Tata Power has been working on this. The 4 E's on which we work typically looks at the education, employability, employment, and entrepreneurship, focused on young boys and girls and women, and how community participation can happen so that more and more people get involved and they benefit from the various programs that we have carried out. The emphasis has been that employment opportunity and entrepreneurship opportunities are provided to the community so that their ability to earn improves. One of the new programs that we have carried out is Pay Attention, which is to take care of support that can be provided to autism children who are impacted by autism. And that initiative has really caught on with a lot of NGO partners and other partners, corporate partners in the country. As mentioned by Chairman, sustainability is the focus area for Tata Power, and Tata Power is very well poised to take this initiative forward, considering that the country has has pledged in COP26 that 400 gigawatt of non-fossil generation will happen by 2030. It gives us a great opportunity to enhance our capacity also because of the various initiatives that the company has taken. Considering that many of the initiatives of the company are moving towards clean energy solutions, we will become not only carbon neutral, but by 2030 will become 80% clean energy by capacity. The 3 Ds is supporting all our new businesses, and we expect that these will help us, all the 7 businesses will help us to not only grow, but also provide clean power and green power to the customers. A lot of branding exercise is being carried out as we become more customer-focused service provider, and all these initiatives will be seen by you when more of these campaigns are being done, so that we build a brand for green energy and Tata Power standing for green energy going forward. So I would like to once again thank you and thank all the shareholders and stakeholders for their support and for sharing the growth story of Tata Power. Thank you very much.
Now the company secretary will walk you through the e-voting procedure.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. The Companies Act 2013 and the SEBI listing regulations provide for electronic voting. Accordingly, the company has provided its members the facility to cast their vote through the remote e-voting facility administered by National Securities Depository Limited. Facility for voting at the meeting is also provided for members attending the same and who have not yet voted. Members may please go to the voting page of NSDLE voting website and cast their vote while, at the same time, watch the proceedings of the meeting. Mr. P.N. Parikh, or failing him Mr. Mitesh Dablewala, or failing him Ms. Sarvari Shah, practicing company secretaries, have been appointed as scrutinizer to scrutinize the votes cast at the meeting and through remote e-voting. Since the AGM is being held through video conference or other audiovisual means, and the resolutions mentioned in the notice convening this AGM have already been put to vote through remote e-voting, there will be no proposing and seconding of resolutions. Thank you. Over to Chairman.
Thank you, Hanos. Now we will move to the shareholders who want to express their observation and comments. We have a long list of shareholders to speak. So once again, I would request all of you to keep your speeches brief and avoid any point already that has been made by an earlier speaker, and restrict yourself to 3 minutes. Dr. Arun Kumar Bopana.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Thanks to CS team for the VC and more power to you annual report. It was fantastic. So we Indians remember an icon with invisible tears. He touched our hearts and lives. His contribution is immeasurable. He wanted a happy India. I'm talking of J.R.D. Tata, father of Indian aviation and Air India. So now people are eager to shift to Air India. The US, all my friends and relatives. Generally, they're coming by Qatar and Emirates. So with Tata Sons' power and public support, you must revive Air India as soon as possible, sir. Currently, I'm traveling Vistara, but my favorite is Air India. And you are the chairman. I would love to fly Air India. Sir, all my questions have been answered by with more power by the MD and Anush. Anush, I believe, came swimming to answer my questions from his house due to the heavy rain in Mumbai. I'm currently stuck in Bangalore as usual. Sir, I have no questions to ask because they asked, but I still have a personal question. So when can I meet you for 2 minutes when I come back to Mumbai next week? That's the only question. Sir, Tata Power in Kalinganagar, there is a river there, there's a ring road there. The city is going to grow much more with so many minerals. I wish you supply power to others apart from Tata Steel. I want it to be another Jamshedpur. That's my personal wish. In conclusion, sir, I wish you all the best. Do well in the new world of energy. Thank you very much. Looking forward to see you, sir.
Thank you. Manoj Kumar Gupta. Manoj Kumar Gupta.
There is some technical issue with Mr. Gupta's end. We can move to the next speaker.
Patel. Patel.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I think there are two people here. Can you mute one person?
No, let him speak. I'll speak later on. He
Okay.
before me,
Manoj
let
Kumar.
him speak.
Manoj Kumar. Yes, Manoj. Hello.
Mr. Gupta is not there. We can continue with Ms. Patel.
Mr. Patel. Ms. Patel.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you speak?
Yes, sir. As you wish.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Can you speak, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Respected sir, our chairman, Mr. Chandrasekhar sir, Dr. Praveen Sinha, CEO, MD, Mr. Saurabh Agrawal, the ever smiling director on the board, very pleasant personality, our lady directors on the board and other directors. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to speak at this 103 AGM of the company. through OABC. I thank even NSDL for it. Today, the share price quoted of the company is 807, and you are giving us a dividend of 12.50. I support all your resolutions, especially resolution of number 4 of Mr. Saurabh Agarwal and resolution number 6. I thank Hanos Mistry and his team, and also Mr. Sanjeev Churiwal for the excellent financial statement, the CFO of our company. Though the financial figures are slightly better than that of last year, it is not yet very impressive. We could have still done much better. Revenue and income are on increase, but at the same time, inventories and other expenses have come down considerably. Stakeholder committee, Mr. Praveen Sinha, sir, your speech was excellent, very informative. Thank you very much. Sir, our stakeholder committee under Mr. Banwali Agarwal, if you could help us, help the shareholders to at least increase the time limit from 3 minutes to 5 minutes. I pray it will be much better. Believe me, sir, not even an IIT gold medalist or an IIM genius will be able to give the gist of the whole report of 524 pages within the limit of 3 minutes. And you are taxing us in 3 minutes, it is impossible. I pray that companies' connection and controls increase from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. Pray that company prospers leaps and bounds and the profit increases also to a great extent so that we shareholders get good dividend. I'm sure my 3 minutes are over. Otherwise, sir will ask me to shut up. And before sir tells me to shut up, I only keep quiet. And thank you very much, whole team. All the best to all the employees of the corporation. Thank you.
Ms. Purdehi.
Hello, can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you, ma'am.
Yes. Good afternoon, sir. Okay. Now, sir, the presentation was wonderful, no doubt. But I just want to point out how difficult it is to get connection of Tata Power in Bombay. You all asked for no objection from Reliance in the past, no objection from Adani. Now Adani has come and taken away the meter box of my friend who was not staying there for 3 years as she was in Chandigarh with cancer treatment. Okay, now the meter box is removed. Now will you give her connection, Tata Power connection? You will say, bring the name of the previous owner expired in a village in Punjab where there is no death certificate, and on and on and on and on. What is the point is, please make it easier and practical to get Tata Power connection for genuine citizens. Those who are staying in those days, there was not even society also was not registered. That is my request. She's willing to give affidavits, anything, any document. Okay, this is the practical aspect. You don't get connection of Tata Power electricity easily. Please rectify that. Another thing is, well, I must praise the secretarial team of Tata Power. Immediate registration, immediate sending the link, immediate reminding me, just great, wonderful. And third, just one more thing I want to ask you. So are there those days the power companies were not doing very well, and we also had a great loss in Tata Power. I want to ask, so are there still restrictions by the government in fixing the rates of units to be charged? I think the government, in fact, should give subsidy instead of behaving. I'm closing my speech because only 2-3 minutes. Let others speak, not waste time. Thank you very much, sir.
Gautam Tiwari.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my dear sir, Chairman, sir. Then our Praveen Sinha ji, our CFO, Mr. Sanjay Churiwala, all eminent and well-dignified directors, team Power Company, Tata Power Company Limited. My name is Gautam Tiwari, as pronounced, and participating from Mumbai. Sir, one more landmark year for our company with various achievements of yours despite so many challenges and difficulties. And your smiling face in the our this thing annual report speaks volumes about the success and various milestones that you have achieved in various fields of Tata Power's working during the year under consideration. Sir, one very humble request to you, sir. Sir, one very humble request to you, sir. All this time, sir, please listen. One very humble request to you, sir. All this time that we have been missing Ratan Tata ji all this time in all these meetings. Please convey him that I missed him very much, and that I always pray, sir, for his better health, and always shall be praying. And please humbly request him, convey my message that we missed him very much, and we are very much concerned about his health, and we are always praying God about his betterment of the health each and every day. And for your health also, we pray every day. Sir, very few questions that I have got in my mind because I have to finish off within 3-4 minutes. Sir, saving the massive from extinction was a very good step taken by our company. Are you planning any other initiative in the near future? So secondly, we have established a very strong presence in the rooftop solar market. Now, what is the proposed market share in the next 3 years, sir? Third, setting up microgrids was a very ambitious project and would help the people in backward areas to save money which was otherwise spent in diesel for DG sets. What is the status of this project? Sir, our Mundra plant CGPL merged into Tata Power. Therefore, we shall be getting tax benefits which will certainly help us setting off the losses. Sir, as you said, this when this can happen and how much time it will take for this to happen. Sir, BlackRock has invested rupees 4,000 crore, which will help us for faster health and progress and capacity addition next 5 years. Thank you very much, sir, for this action of yours. Sir, one more question. Sir, since the company is moving away from thermal generation, what will be the fate of our thermal plants, which we have already got in Trombay? And sir, is the company exploring any other fuel sources besides renewables and thermal? What about the biogas expansion? What about the biogas use? Sir, very transparent and colorful balance sheet, very well designed despite many times. Sir, investor service of our Hanuj, company secretary and his team, Preeti and all that is very good year on year. We are very much thankful to them for their prompt service and prompt action, which they have been taking always for us. Sir, I support all resolutions and also support all appointments and reappointments of all directors, and I already voted in favor of them all. Sir, we have got total trust, confidence in you, and we trust the management, and we shall always be in support of you till we breathe our last. And we assure you that our support, unstated support, will be always there. Sir, hearty congratulations for winning various awards and accolades. And sir, for excellent CSR activities as per the Tata Heritage, which you are doing along with the NGO and independently also. And thank you, sir, for paying 175% dividend. Thank you for caring us for so much, sir. With all these things, sir, your health, it seems your health is not good. But we pray for your health each and every day. We wish and we pray God that within a short span of time you should be all right very soon. Sir, we request you for the physical meeting next year when the COVID is over. And we wish you once again all the best, and wishing you all the best and a very long, happy, prosperous, durable life, and very prosperous days and bright future for the companies in near future. And thank you very much, sir, for patient listening. All the best and best of luck. Thank you very much, sir.
Adil Irani. Mr. Adil Irani.
Yeah, I have Mr. Adil Polad Irani.
Mr. Adil Polad Irani.
Yeah. I mean, Mr. Randata, all of Mr. Polad means steel. I'm second generation. I'm stainless steel. And Mr. Chandrasekhar and the company, thank you for allowing me to speak. Thank you for the dividend and thank you for taking care of the company. You normally know this is my speech starts with I don't question what takes place before 31st March. That is history. That is all. And all the good things that have been said by the previous shareholders, I need not repeat. Thank you. I don't question what takes place before 31st. What about the future? Basically, 20 years back, you all had mentioned, I remember some Daryl Green was there who were mentioning that you all are going to have these floating solar panels on the Walvan Lake or on the lake or the backwaters of the Walvan Dam. You were going to install solar panels, floating solar panels. It was going to help you in two ways. One was that they'll reduce the water from evaporating from the lake, and it was going to help in sort of seeing that the panels are always clean. Basically, otherwise panels on the land, you know, the animals, birds, whatever, could have spoiled it. So they say, okay, we were going to have this floating solar panels on our lake, which we have. So this is unkept promises, and you're talking about having solar panels somewhere, floating solar panels somewhere in Tamil Nadu or somewhere else. That is one of the things. And so this is the third year I'm saying it, because the year in which COVID started, the tax was being debited from my account. I mean the company doesn't, it was not debited from the company's account. The dividend tax is debited from my account at source. So the details you pick up from, you tell me that I have been telling all the company secretaries, HDFC Bank, they send us this thing. All I have to do is say yes or no. And that is it. I don't have to send them a hard copy. That is one thing. And the details you pick up, my name, my address, my PAN card, my Aadhaar card, you pick up from the person where my Demat account is maintained, say Stock Holding Corporation or Dimension Security. So why can't you have this? If I have 103 company shares, all the details are there with my Demat account. So all I have to tell my Demat account that I'm a farmer, my tax is not to be debited source. So why can't you tell the government and why can't the company secretaries do this? It's just a thought, okay? Tax debit. And another thing, I mean, who is the executive director, Mr. B.S. Jha from Tata Power, Tata Projects, and five of our directors have been arrested. 93 lakhs have been found in his at his home from Mr. B.S. Jha. 5 Tata Power executives have been arrested. It is there in headlines in this CNBC and ETTV. So kindly let us know what is this going on.
Thank you. Mr. Bimal Kumar Agarwal?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, good afternoon to everyone. First of all, I thank the company secretary and his team. One, the company has reported strong revenue profit during the last year. Please provide the detail of capex plan over the next 3 years today. Please provide the detail of arrangement made to secure supply of coal. I want to understand how much the company coal requirements are tied up on the long-term basis. Thank you very much. That's all from me. And one thing, sir, please restrict everyone to 3 minutes only. Otherwise, whose 30th number, his battery gets over sometimes when he's traveling also. You can watch this thing. Thank you very much.
Lekha Shah?
Hello, can you
Yes.
hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you, sir. Respected Chairman, sir, Board of Directors, and my fellow members, good afternoon to all of you. Myself, Lekha Shah from Mumbai. First of all, I am very much thankful to our Company Secretary, Mr. G, and his team for sending me the AGM notice well in time, which is full of knowledge, fact, and figures in place. Thank you, Pravir, sir, for such a informative and wonderful presentation. Sir, I would like to ask you questions. My first question is, with the global movement to the check climate change, what is our company participation and contribution. My second question is, in the T&D business, how many customers are we serving? My third question is, how many women officers are working in the company? So I strongly support all the resolutions for today's meeting, and my best wishes always our company and its prosperity. Thank you, sir.
Dinesh Darji.
So Mr. Darji is unable to join. We can move to the next speaker, please.
Yusuf Rangwala.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Good evening, Chandra sir. Good evening, Chandra sir. I am speaking my good evening, sir, my direct chairman and my fellow shareholder. And my fellow shareholder, my name is Mr. Yusuf Rangwala from Mumbai. Sir, I am very thankful to our excellent company secretary, hard working and very dedicated to the work, sir. Our मिस्त्री सर आज उनकी टीम और उनकी पूरी सर्विस के हिसाब से सर मैं ज्वाइन कर सका और सर उन्होंने मुझे बहुत जल्दी चांस दिया सर उसके लिए भी मिस्त्री सर को मैं धन्यवाद देता हूँ सर बहुत 3 साल हुआ सर उनसे सर आपसे और सर मिस्त्री सर से सर 3 साल पहले आप गेट टुगेदर रखते थे सर अभी ऐसा हो सके दिवाली में छोटा गेट टुगेदर सर ये पहले तो सर 103 अपने एनुअल जनरल मीटिंग है और आपने डिविडेंड ₹1 ₹1.85 दिया ऑन ₹1 शेयर सर ये जान के मुझे बहुत खुशी हुई सर आई एम वेरी हैप्पी सर आज मार्केट का रेट अपना ₹285 है compared to 305 last so now today's quoting at ₹285 sir first point number 1 sir we had a Reliance Power who is same business they are giving energy at ₹1.80 second thing second one is Adani sir they are giving at ₹2 sir what rate we are giving sir these two main huge companies are in this same business sir we are having a sir आपने जो वीडियो फिल्म बताया सर उसके लिए मैं बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ मिस्त्री सर को और आपकी टीम को सर दैट वाज वेरी गुड and I'm very happy sir I request our Mr. sir to send me a balance sheet sir if possible sir on email I received a balance sheet that was a 300 pages sir that is a very excellent sir our company secretary done Mr. sir सर उनको जितना धन्यवाद उतना कम है सर अपने मिस्त्री सर को वो सर इज अ वेरी ओल्डेस्ट सेक्रेटरी इज वर्किंग विद आवर कंपनी सर प्रीवियस जब हम लोनावाला जाते थे 6 years बैक सर हो सके तो दिवाली के बाद एक छोटा आप गेट टुगेदर रखिए लोनावाला में सर जानना चाहता हूँ वहाँ पे अपना टोटल नंबर ऑफ स्टाफ कितना है लोनावाला में एट प्रेजेंट सर और अपना वल्वन डैम का जब पहले अपन जाते थे नाउ वी स्टॉप सर वल्वन डैम पे अपना पावर एनर्जी का भी है सोलर एनर्जी का सर उसका एट प्रेजेंट क्या अपना मतलब उसमें अपने बिजनेस में सर पावर एनर्जी का वो जानना चाहता हूँ और सर मुझे कुछ आप इतना अच्छा मैनेज करते हैं सर थैंक यू वेरी मच और आपके तबियत के लिए सर मैं आपको दुआ करता हूँ आपके तबियत हेल्थ वेल्थ सब अच्छे रहे और अपने मिस्त्री सर को सर मैं अभी आने वाली सर अभी उनसे अपने सेक्रेटरी साहब से नहीं होएगा तो उनको सर अभी पारसी न्यू ईयर सब त्योहारों का उनको शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ और सर अपना अभी नजदीक में आने वाला रक्षाबंधन गोविंद सब फेस्टिवल का सर मैं आपको धन्यवाद आपको शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ मुझे और कुछ नहीं पूछना है थैंक यू वेरी मच मे गॉड ब्लेस अवर कंपनी और सर मैं आपको वनक्कम सर थैंक यू वेरी मच सर वनक्कम सर
विनोद अग्रवाल
You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Respected Chairman N. Chandrasekharan ji, our MD and CEO Pravir Sinha ji, our CS Hanoz Mistry ji, and our CFO Sanjeev Churiwala. Good afternoon and almost coming to evening, sir. Sir, my 2 or 3 basic queries, sir. I take all the goods that the company does as taken for granted, sir, and all the good work. That is why the company management is there for, and they do good work. It is taken as sine qua non, sir. Sir, my 2 or 3 queries which emanate, sir. One is on page 419, note 31. It says that the sale of power generation has come down by about 2,500 to 3,000 crores in the past year. While our distribution business, there was a quantum jump in the revenues of the distribution business to 26,800 crores from 15,800 crores. That was a big jump. But on the generation that we sold power from the generation, that came down. Why was that, sir? And sir, we have agreed to on a supplementary power purchase agreement for the Mundra with the Gujarat government. So by when will our Mundra plant have a better capacity utilization, and what is the capacity utilization at the moment, sir? And what would be the power realizations? The power cost were earlier very high due to imported coal, and there was the issues then. Now, what would be the situation, sir? Sir, did we have any surplus power that we could sell on the IAX, sir? As there was a high shortage of power, and there was a big demand for power, sir, and there were very high rates quoted on the traded on the IEX, sir. Did we have any surplus power that we sold on the IEX this thing? And I would like to know. And we have got 3 gigawatt of solar EPS order book for 12,000 crores, sir. I would like to know, this is executable in what time frame, sir? Sir, I would like to know what is the cost of setting up an EV charging station minus the land cost, sir, because we have got 2,000 electric EV charging points set up by Tata Power. I would like to know what is the cost for setting up a single EV station minus the cost of land, sir. And 3,000, this okay. Any plan to participate in solar, because we are doing a lot of solar panel works? Are we likely to put up any solar panel manufacturing plant if any PLI is available for them, or this thing, sir? And sir, one thing, our present capacity is 13,515 megawatts, of which 34 is renewable, and our target is to be 30 gigawatts by 2027, sir. Out of that, 20 gigawatt would be on the renewable side. That would be 66% of that thing. Now, when I calculate, it comes to 16.6 gigawatt of renewable energy will be added by 2027 in about 5 years. So what will be the capex that has been planned for this 16,000 and 16,600 megawatt of power plant in the green renewable energy? And will the fund infusion by BlackRock and Mubadala 4,000 crores be sufficient for this, or will we have to take further loans to set up these extra capacities? I'm signing off. I wish the company all the best. Signing off, Vinod Agrawal from Mumbai, sir.
Prakashini Shenoy?
Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
I'm Prakashini Shenoy from Bombay. Vanakkam Chandrasekharan, sir. Respected Honorable Chairman and
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Other dignitaries on the board and my fellow shareholders, good afternoon to all of you. I received the annual report well in time, which is colorful, transparent, informative, knowledgeable, and contains all the information as per the corporate governance. I thank the company secretary, Mr. Mistry, and his team for the same. I should not forget to thank him once again for reminding me of today's meeting and giving me the link, without which I wouldn't be in a position to speak today. Thank you once again. The chairman has given a fair and wonderful picture regarding the company, its working in all aspects. So I don't have many questions to ask Chairman, sir. My first question is, during the year, any new acquisitions done by our company with the global movement to check climate change? My next question is, during the year, any new acquisition done by the company also highlight on the field solar capacity? My last question is the company planning for new hiring of employees during the current year? I wish the company good luck for a bright future and pray God that the profit of the company shall reach the peak in due course. Sir, I wholeheartedly and strongly support all the resolutions put forth in today's meeting. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Kirti Shah?
So Mr. Shah is unable to join. We can move to the next speaker, please.
Mr. Kaushik Shoguka?
Good afternoon, everyone. First off, I would like to thank the board of directors for giving me an opportunity again to speak in this forum. Many of you would remember me from the conversation in past years, so I will keep both my introduction and ask brief. I hope I'm clearly audible, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Myself, Kaushik Shahukar, a qualified chartered accountant from Mumbai. I have been suffering from dystonia, which has rendered 55% of my body paralyzed, impacting my right hand, my right leg, and the speech. While I have not let that come in my way of becoming a chartered accountant and practicing, I do hope your support in helping me continue to be self-reliant. I hope I am clearly audible till now.
Yes, sir.
I was optimistic after our conversation we had last year about me working for our organization on certification work, including Form 15CB. However, nothing has progressed since. While I understand things may have not progressed due to pandemic situation last year, I do hope that after our conversation today, our organization would start engaging me in this area as soon as possible. Once again, thank you for the opportunity to speak today. I hope to see a positive movement forward at my ask. I support all the resolution. Also, last question. So can we install solar panel in our balcony? If yes, what will be the cost? Thank you once again.
Hariram Chaudhary.
I'm opening my video. Just a minute, I'm opening my video. Yeah, start my video. So now, Chairman Sri Chandrasekharan ji, other learned directors, my dear shareholders, my name is Hariram Chaudhary. I am speaking from my home at Santa Cruz, and now, first of all, the presentation was very informative, and we learned that you have adopted the digital technology. Coming to digital technology, I suggest that we can have a mobile telephone in the secretary department of the company so that shareholders can contact by telephone and also by messages. So this is the digital technology we can adopt in secretary department at least. So this is my suggestion. My another suggestion is that domestic customers to whom we are supplying the power, we can suggest them that they all can have the solar panels on the rooftop, and in this way they can have this solar energy. So this can also be done. My third suggestion is that the booster dose can be given. Booster dose can be given to all the staff members. Now the limit has been reduced from 9 months to 6 months. Yesterday it came in the TV. So this we can take advantage of. I appreciate the assistance given by company secretary and the other staff, including Lily. So we appreciate very much. Now I come to the CSR. Now kindly let us know who is the chairman of the CSR committee and who are the members of the CSR committee. And kindly let us know how much amount we have spent for CSR and how much amount we have spent for COVID affected people. So this you can kindly inform us. Now next is, do we have the solar energy in all our plants, all premises in the factories, and do we have the water harvesting in all the premises? So this you can kindly convey to us. And now my suggestion is that we can have a get together, Diwali get together, and so this can be considered because this is a meeting without not physical meeting, and the minutes can be sent to me. I will pay the necessary charges. So this minutes can please be sent to me. I support all the resolution, and I conclude by conveying my best wishes for all round progress and prosperity of the company. My name is Hariram Chaudhary, Mr. Chairman. My name is Hariram Chaudhary. Thank you, Chandrasekharan ji.
Thank you. Hiran Kotwani.
Namaste to all. Are you audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Gentlemen, yes, some complaint is there. Yesterday, my line was disconnected. Unless and until I told you the good luck, don't disconnect it. There was a 4 question to 6 question of 60, not 60 seconds. Some 2 words I spoken, the line was disconnected. This is not good on the part of our organization. Okay, let's go on. Some gentlemen will contact you. I was satisfied because some technical issue can be there. So, Chandra sir, are you audible, no?
Yeah, we are hearing, sir.
Yeah, okay, good luck. Gentlemen, sir, I want some questions regarding our net profit is 2,783 for standalone. And for the consolidated 2,156, I have failed to understand what the other company has add back to what other company has done. Please explain this. And I want to know from you the generation and transmission. Our power generation is good, 13,000 plus. In 96 year, there was 5,000 plus. So thank you for congratulations for that. But certainly we, this 103 company, long way to go for the global footprint and the production and distribution. So please state the generation and transmission loss. I want you to comment on our coal mining, particular coal prices and our Indonesian coal mining. How is it operating? What your call on this? How you are going to enhance that coal production? And we are going to be rooftop solar #1 in India. What is your vision in this direction? Solar rooftop business. So you give me some roadmap for the solar and wind power also, because huge is green power expansion. And what is your call in this regard? I want to also comment Odisha Discom acquisition. What is amount is involved? Please give some footprint on that and our global operation and our consolidated business also. Thank you, sir. Good luck.
Bharat Shah. Mr. Bharat Shah.
Mr. Shah is unable to join.
Smita Shah.
हेलो
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ सर, आवाज आ रही है ना?
आ रही है.
ओके ओके, थैंक यू सर. माननीय चेयरमैन श्री और सीईओ एमडी श्री प्रवीर जी और अन्य माननीय डायरेक्टर्स, सर बम्बई से स्मिता शाह बात कर रही हूँ. सर बैलेंस शीट इन टाइम मिली, फुल इंफॉर्मेशन के साथ ट्रांसफरर, कलरफुल, एट्रैक्टिव बैलेंस शीट के लिए प्लस गुड इन्वेस्टर सर्विस के लिए मैं कंपनी सेक्रेटरी श्री हनोज जी और उनकी पूरी सेक्रेटरी टीम को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद और अभिनंदन. और सर, आप गुड परफॉर्मेंस के साथ जो कंपनी को आगे बढ़ाने की कोशिश के साथ आपने काफी सारे एक से बढ़कर एक अवार्ड जो प्राप्त करने के लिए बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन. टाटा पावर कंपनी है पावरफुल, डिविडेंड भी आपने 1.75 पर शेयर दिया, धन्यवाद सर. सर आपकी सीएसआर में रोशिनी इंटीग्रेटेड वोकेशनल ट्रेडिंग सेंटर से आभा शक्ति एंड आभा सखी जो वुमेन के लिए वोकेशनल स्किलिंग प्रोग्राम बनाया है, बहुत अच्छी बात है, जिसमें दिल्ली एज आभा, ओडिशा एज आभा शक्ति और बम्बई में आभा सखी है, जो स्लम्स और सरल एरिया में लार्ज कस्टमर बेच रहा है. ऐसे ही अनोखा डागा जैसे ही एक्टिविटीज है जो वुमेन्स के लिए बहुत प्रोत्साहित है. कीप इट अप सर, अभिनंदन. और सर आपके सोलर प्लांट भी काफी रहे, अभी फ्यूचर में आपने और कहाँ सोलर प्लांट के लिए प्लान बनाए तो जरूर हाईलाइट्स फिर करिए. और सर आज का 103वां एजीएम है, तो सर आपका 100 साल का एक बोनस तो बनता ही है सर, तो जरूर आप बोनस के लिए सोचिए और ऐसे ही आगे आगे बढ़ते रहे. हमारी हमेशा शुभकामना आपके साथ रही है और आने वाले सभी त्योहारों के भी शुभकामना के साथ आपको पारसी न्यू ईयर की और हनोज जी को भी पारसी न्यू ईयर की इन एडवांस में हार्दिक शुभकामना के साथ आज के सभी रिजोल्यूशन में मैं फुल्ली सपोर्ट करते हुए धन्यवाद सर. सर भरत शाह की थोड़ा हेल्थ थोड़ा ये है तो आपको शुभकामना दी है और नेक्स्ट एजीएम हम फिजिकल में मिलेंगे. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर. थैंक यू.
Thank you, ma'am. Hasmukh Lalwara.
I am Hasmukh Lalwara from Mumbai. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, thank you. See, coming to the balance sheet, I find that current year's results are very good. Our revenue and profit both are good. But I see that our liabilities are very huge. It is about 86,000 crores as compared to our net worth of 26,000 crores. So, I mean, I suggest, can we go for the rights? If the company can collect some money from the rights issue, it will help to reduce the borrowings. Then second thing, I would like to know the share of power. I mean, we have got traditional power and this renewable and other thing. Traditional power will be thermal, hydroelectric and all that. And there will be solar and windmill power. So can you let me know what is the share of our by our company in both these powers? And second thing, what is the cost involved in producing this traditional power and this non-solar power and all that. Then I very much thank our secretarial team led by Mr. Hanos Mistry and his assistants, because they have provided all the assistance, including for me to join this company and for presenting my views. Lastly, thank you and all the best.
Shruti Garodia.
Very good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
A very good afternoon to the chairman, Mr. Chandrasekharan, MD, Dr. Praveer Sena, and the members of the board. I am Shruti Garodia. I am from Millennium MAMS, Mumbai chapter, a proud shareholder of Tata Power. Sir, a few questions. Sir, more than 60% of Indians are parking on road, and only 20 to 25% have access to charging points. How will we address this issue and expand constructing power stations along highways to enable charging possible for long distance travel? So my next question is, private players are now also betting big on green hydrogen, which will assist in decarbonizing other sectors like refining, fertilizer, and steel. Are we looking at any such opportunities for our company in the near future as well? Sir, what percentage of the business is the consumer segment in terms of total revenue, like EV charging, solar pumps, home automation, etc.? How can we grow the consumer segment, sir? So my last question, why doesn't every terrace in India have solar panels? India is blessed with ample sunshine. How can we improve visibility to make Indians realize this and switch to renewable energy? Thank you, sir.
Deepshika Pasari.
A very good afternoon to the chairman, Mr. Chandrasekharan, MD and CEO Dr. Praveer Sinha, the ever so prompt and helpful Mr. Hanos Mistry, and members of the board. My name is Deepshika Pasari. I too am from Millennium MAMS Kolkata and a proud shareholder of Tata Power. Chairman sir, I would like to extend my heartiest congratulations to you on receiving the Padma Bhushan. I would like to extend my congratulations to the entire Tata Power team on commissioning a landmark project, India's largest floating solar power project in Kerala backwaters. We are excited to see how innovation alongside sustainability is becoming such an important dimension in the power sector. So coming to my questions. So there is a big opportunity for privatization of discoms from state governments. What is the criteria to be selected? And could you please explain what this business is about? Could you also throw some light on further discom privatization opportunities in the pipeline for Tata Power? So according to a recent news article, current power production levels are not enough to meet demand. Annual demand outstrips supply by about 7.5%. What are we doing as a sector to bridge this mismatch in demand and supply? So our company has signed an MOU with the Tamil government for setting up a greenfield solar cell and module manufacturing plant. We understand that the solar industry is heavily dependent on China for raw material. Private players are now working towards building the ecosystem by increasing domestic manufacturing of solar modules, cells, wafers, and polysilicon while reducing dependence on imports. Realistically, how much dependence on Chinese raw material imports can our company reduce going forward? And how dependent are we currently since we are setting up so many solar powered projects? Sir, as per a directive by the Ministry of Power on May 5th, 2022, all states and GENCOs based on domestic coal will have to import at least 10% of their fuel requirement for blending with domestic coal and meet the growing demand for electricity. This is likely to increase the cost of supply for DISCOMs by around 5% in FY23. Since DISCOMs are anyway under financial stress, how will this imported coal blending affect the sector and our company in particular? Thank you, and I look forward to an exciting performance by our company in the coming years. Thank you.
Mridul Kedia.
So,
Yeah.
very good afternoon to the chairman, Mr. Chandrasekharan, MD Dr. Praveer Sinha, and the members of the board. I am Ridul Kedia from Millennium Mams, Mumbai, and a proud shareholder of Tata Power. Sir, a few questions. As per the National Infrastructure Pipeline, energy sector projects accounted for highest share of 24% out of the total expected capital expenditure of rupees 111 lakh crore. How will our company and the entire sector benefit from this? Also, sir, there is so much happening in the energy sector. Going forward, what are the disruptions likely to be witnessed by the Indian energy sector? I would also like to know, how has the global energy crisis accelerated the adoption of renewable energy for the sector as a whole and our company in specific? The energy storage is the missing link in the wider option of adoption of renewables. So with the expected growth of 24% CAGR till FY26, demand for energy storage systems is expected to rise in the coming years. So is Tata Power looking for an opportunity in this space? Thank you.
Santosh Kumar Saraf.
नमस्कार. एक मिनट सर वीडियो शेयर कर. माननीय सभापति जी, उपस्थित हुए सदस्यगण और मेरे श्रद्धालु भाइयों बहनों, मेरा नाम संतोष कुमार साहब, मैं कलकत्ता से बोल रहा हूँ. सर्वप्रथम आप सभी को मेरा नमस्कार. आशा करता हूँ आप इसमें अच्छे स्वागत होंगे. सर मेरे एक तो प्रश्न है कि अपना ई वेस्टेज निकलता है, इसको मैनेज करने के या इसको डिस्पोज करने के लिए क्या पॉलिसी अपनी है, इसके बारे में कोई खबर तो बताने की चेष्टा करिएगा सर. क्या पॉलिसी ई वेस्टेज के लिए अपनाते हैं सर? एक सर आपका जो बिजनेस रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी रिपोर्ट है, इसमें जो प्रिंसिपल नंबर 3 है, पेज नंबर 203 पे, इसमें मेल के लिए लिखा है मैटरनिटी बेनिफिट. तो मेल को तो मैटरनिटी बेनिफिट नहीं मिलती, पैटर्निटी बेनिफिट मिलती है सर. तो ये फ्यूचर में भूल से लिखा गया होगा, तो इसको जरा करेक्ट करिएगा कि मैटरनिटी बिलिंग सिर्फ फीमेल को मिलती है और पैटर्निटी बिलिंग सिर्फ मेल को मिलती है. तो ये उन्होंने पूरा लिख दिया, तो इसको नेक्स्ट टाइम ये करेक्शन जरूर करिएगा सर. सर इसके अलावा एक मेरा प्रोजेक्ट, आज मनी कंट्रोल में एक न्यूज है, टाटा प्रोजेक्ट के 5 डायरेक्टर अरेस्ट किए गए पावर ग्रिड के लिंक में. तो कहीं अपना उसमें किसी का कनेक्शन है तो क्लियर करिएगा सर, नहीं है तो वैसे बताइएगा. और ज्यादा समय न लेते हुए मैं अपना वक्तव्य समाप्त करता हूँ. आपके अच्छे स्वास्थ्य की कामना करता हूँ और भगवान से प्रार्थना करता हूँ इसी तरह आप हमारी टाटा ग्रुप की कंपनी को लीड करते जाए, जिससे भविष्य में अच्छा मिले सर. और मैं एक रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ लास्ट में सर, अगले साल फिजिकल मीटिंग होती है, उसके साथ अगर वीडियो कंपनी मीटिंग का आप ऑप्शन रखेंगे तो मेरे जैसे शेयर कलकत्ता से अटेंड कर सकेंगे. ज्यादा से जय हिंद, जय भारत, नमस्कार जी. सर लास्ट फिजिकल मीटिंग में कितना खर्चा आया तो ये बताने का टच करें तो अच्छा होगा, और वीडियो कंपनी में कितना खर्चा आया तो बताने का टच करेंगे. जय हिंद, जय भारत, नमस्कार.
Manoj Kumar Gupta.
Hello. Good afternoon, respected Chairman, Board of Directors, fellow shareholders. My name is Manoj Kumar Gupta. I am equity shareholder of Tata Power Limited. Hello.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, respected Chairman. First of all, I congratulate you to honor by the Government of India with the second highest civilian award, Padma Bhushan. And I thanks to MD by showing his good video to the shareholder. Sir, I am a shareholder of Tata Group from 32 years. But if you don't mind, I will tell you one thing this year. In last 3 years, for 6 years, you are conducting the meeting. I'm very sorry to state here that secretarial services are very poor. And the response over phone is the company secretary is very poor. And he gives some discrimination between the shareholders. That I was not expected under the umbrella of Tata's and under your leadership, being a small investor. That I shocked to hear his view tomorrow, yesterday, about, because that I will write you a mail. And I think that I'd sent you one mail in this regard today about this. That was not expected by the Tata, under the Tata's umbrella. The sentiment and view of the company secretary with a small investor. And that I believe that you will look into that issue and you make sure that such type of things will not repeat in future, because secretarial services are very poor of Tata Power. Maybe some people can appreciate him and some people. Thanks for your dividend. Thanks for your CSR. Sir, what's your future outlook for power? Because power business is totally political business. Power, sugar, fertilizer. Three businesses are totally political business. And if the one paisa increased by the power company, all political parties stand united and raise the issue. And some political parties are announcing units free. So what impact in Delhi? 200 units are free. In Punjab, 300 units are free. In other states, so what impact will come on our company in Delhi or in other states? And sir, now the central government has started to privatization of UTs. Union Territories States power supplies privatization. Recently, the Chandigarh has gone to Calcutta Electric Supply. The Dadar Nagar Haveli has gone to Torrent. So, are you interested? Are you also in bid to get some UT, or in Rajasthan? Some districts will be privatized. 2-3 days back, Chief Minister has says we will privatize our some districts power supply. In Haryana, the Chief Minister says 8 districts will be power supply will be privatized. So, what will be your stand, sir? And sir, solar, several people says, what will be the impact on power company through Russia and Ukraine war impact? And in April, May, where there was a coal crisis. So how you face this challenge, sir? Coal crisis. There was and nothing to say more. Next year, we hope that you will call the physical AGM and we will meet next year, because this is the last AGM of this year. You are holding as chairman. Next year we will meet again under your leadership with the excellent result, performance and the dividend to the shareholder. Thank you, sir.
Ashish Bansal.
Respected, you can hear my voice, sir.
Yes, I can.
Respected Chairman and Board of Directors, I thank Company Secretary for sending the list of invitation in Bombay. So how much time does one it take to install one invitation, and what is the cost of one invitation? Thank you so much.
Ravi Kumar Naredi.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I have 7 questions. The first one is regarding the Mundra power plant. So what is the current status regarding availability and under recovery? And please share any long-term plan regarding the sustainability and operations. So next question is Odisha Discom. So our performance is very good. Our actual technical losses between 17% to 24% range. So what is our target to reduce it further in next 3 to 5 years? So next question is regarding distribution segment. What is our plan to expand to other locations? Any more detail you want to give? So Tata project. So financial year 22, we have losses of rupees 297 crore. Any specific reason you want to share? Now, so have we any plan to acquire coal mines in India? Next, please share capex plan in quarterly presentation, so we understand so it will be very helpful. Now next, so EV charging station. So profitability. Please share more detail regarding economic benefit of EV charging stations, and when we get the break-even points. Thank you.
Mahesh Bubna.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello.
Some other people name are displaying. Okay. Very good afternoon, Chairman, Mr. N. Chandrasekhar, Board of Directors, Company Secretary, our CFO, other dignitaries, all the staff members who are assisting to the AGM of this Tata Power. And also, I thanks to all the participants who are sparing their valuable time to have a discussion in the 103rd annual general meeting of the company. Sir, it is a very, very long time for the company's operation, 104 years. And when I was visited this in 1982, this Khandala Ghat from Lonavala, that time I on the bus route, I seen our operations in this Bhimpur, Khapoli, etc. And that time I did not aware about all these things because I was very young. And when this public issue has come in, I think in 82, all the three company, Andhra Valley, Tata Power and one. So we had applied and we got the shares in Tata Power and Andhra Valley. Thereafter, merged in Tata Power. So I am a very old shareholder. Sir, one thing that the power generation and power distribution is a very, very critical operation in the industry. And it is the heart of all industry that without power they cannot run. Their heart will be closed. So for operation of the heart of the industry, power is essential. So it is a very important industry, and we are having a lot of power stations, and we having 19 states having the operations, which you had mentioned in page number 196. It is a very good sign. Earlier it was only in Maharashtra and some part in Gujarat. Now it expanded to and lot of other activity like solar power, wind power, etc. had come. But solar power now having a boost for the business, but wind power in India is not boost because lot of Suzlon energy, etc. They cannot able to compete the market. Only the US, Canada, etc. That side and Switzerland, they having the very good business in the wind power mill. So in India, only the thermal power and hydel power is only the main operation by all the electricity company. Now you see our today's market price is about 214 rupees, and you are paying dividend of 1 rupee 75 paisa for 1 rupees here. If you see Calcutta Electric Supply, a very small company in comparison to Tata Power, RPGSG group, they are paying 4 rupees 50 paisa per share. Last year also they had paid 4 rupees 50 paisa. So why you are not increasing the dividend pay ratio by increasing our profitability? I am coming on the accounts also. Sir, this year our revenue from operation has reduced from last year. While the COVID has already over and power having no effect on the COVID because it is an essential item. Another thing that our PAT and PBT, if you see the PAT, they are having a lot of this adjustment for exceptional item, etc. And our PBT has increased from the profit from operation. If you see now that our bonus was given by this company in 1975, a long time of about 48 years. Company has not issued any bonus here. That time in 1975, bonus has been given in the ratio of 1:5. So after a long time, shareholders are expecting that our equity should be properly rewarded. Sir, you are given 525 pages annual report and having a lot of subsidiaries also there. So other shareholders also raised this question that we having a lot of subsidiary. Why you are not consolidating all the subsidiary into main company so that a lot of administrative expenditure, legal expenditure, other expenditure can be reduced, and the strength of the financial our strength will be enhanced. Debt equity ratio, etc., book value, everything should be changed after the and under the leadership of the main company. All the subsidiary company can be governed by one central committee so that the evaluation of all the assets of the subsidiary company can be made proper and corrected. As also shareholder told that our subsidiaries are having a losses and it was set up from our standalone profit and loss account and balance sheet. So it should be corrected properly. One thing I find that our share capital is 319 crore, 56 lakh, and other capital is 10 lakh 560 crore. And if you see the page number 230 and 231, our borrowing in non-current liabilities and current liabilities. Non-current liabilities 18,087.97 crore and current liabilities 6,620.41 crore. If you add both this liability, it is 24,708 crore. If you compare with this our capital and other capital, 10,870 crore, it is coming in the ratio of 35% capital and reserve and 65% is borrowing. So borrowing is more than two-thirds of this equity. It is very high, and we are paying this financial cost 2,189 crore. Too much high. Never we find this type of annual report in the market. Such high borrowing and high finance cost. In Tata group of company, I cannot expect that such thing can be happened. Sir, if you see the margin of this per share earning is 9.976 in standalone, which is very low. How you can able to pay dividend in the future? Because this borrowing is also increasing and the liability is also increasing and the finance cost is also increasing. If you see the cash flow from operating activity, which is also not better than last year, it is also reduced. The cash that in the company, cash flow is also reducing day by day. If you compare with the last year, it is reducing. So one day will come that our operation can be stuck because power consumption is increasing day by day. And even when this electric motor vehicle will come, then again power realization will be enhanced. So we must have to think that how we can able to enhance our productivity and how we can able to go for microeconomic this operation so that we can able to achieve more and more result from our investment. And I having the feel that
Mr. Budna, can you speed up, please?
I will not take much more time. I'm just because I am busy, very much busy in lot of other work also. Income tax due date is also 31st July. This is my humble request that this all AGM are for the last 1 month of Tata Group companies AGM we are heading and having the 500, 600 pages annual report we are studying. So other companies are also, if you see in July, I having more than 100 companies AGM. So it is not possible for us to correspondence, read out everything should be taken. Now this income tax is also due on 31st July. So why you are not diverting the AGM in August so that this income tax work can be done by each and every individual very properly? Another thing that in any KYC, all companies are taking KYC from the shareholders in demat also. So KYC having only one class, that gender, male and female. Now Constitution of India also recognize this transgender, three gender are there. How this millennium, what is this gender? Why you are recognizing this? Are they impressing to the chairman of the company on the public forum? Supreme Court having also the order that no chartered accountant, no LLB, no any other can prefix before their name in the public forum. Supreme Court judgment is also there. So why they are saying that millennium and millennium? What they want to express that they are the big capitalist daughters or wives, and they are impressing to the other shareholders. It is abusing to the other shareholders. Stop this type of things to on the public forum of this annual general meeting. This is my humble request. I having the great respect with the Tata Group of companies. I having, because you are also one of the respected person in the India, respected by our President of India, honored Vice President of India. Tata is also having a lot of, I know, the entire history. Tata's first industry was come, this Bharat textile mill. Thereafter, that cannot be able to success. Then he started Tata Steel. Swadeshi mill. First industry was Swadeshi mill. I having entire study in the this industry house of all companies in India. Thank you for patient hearing.
Appreciate it. Mr. Bharat Raja Kankanala.
So Mr. Kankala is unable to join. We can move to the next speaker, please.
Rajesh Chainani. Rajesh Chainani. Yes, sir.
Hello, am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are.
Respected Chairman N. Chandraji, MD and CEO Prabir Sinha, and highly distinguished Board of Directors and my fellow shareholders, my name is Rajesh Chainani. I am speaking from Mumbai. Sir, first of all, congratulations for coming out with a good result, sir. I am very happy at this scenario. In this conditions also, our share price is doing very good. But I just wanted to, I have a few queries, sir. When was the last bonus given, sir? It's been so many years. If I recollect, the face value used to be 100 rupees, then it went to 10 rupees, from 10 to 1. But the bonus isn't given a very, very long time back, sir. So it's very high time that we should declare a bonus, sir. I have many points, sir, but my previous shareholders have covered each and everything, sir. And second thing I want to say, sir, because I'm holding the call from so long, sir. One person is taking 15 to 20 minutes, I don't understand. Even in the Reliance meeting, these are the very same people, they finish their talks in 3 minutes. And here they are taking 10, 12 minutes. And they have all the good places for the Reliance. I'm very thankful to the Tata Group that you're taking all the negative comments very gracefully, sir. But these very same people, they are all present in the Reliance. So I don't know why they are taking the company for granted. They are not allowing other people to speak. Just holding for 12 and 15 minutes, one speaker is holding. And just commenting against the company. Because previously, last time also in the AGM, one of the shareholders is saying, want to hear all the good things and as if like we are being paid or something. So it's very bad on their part, sir. Second thing, I'm very thankful to Mr. Mistry ji for sending the mail on time. Your secretary department was very helpful. They have sent the link and I just got the connect. I'm just connecting to the link only. Second thing, sir, I want to say we have taken over TTML. We have TTML, MSP Property, and Air India. These are the three companies which now you have to turn around, sir. You have been doing excellent work, sir, Mr. Chandraji, under your leadership. Really, I'm very happy from 2016. Whenever you have taken over it is fantastic. The group is doing very good. Tata Consumer, whatever. I don't have complaints. Now turn around these three, sir. So for this, I want to say a word for you, sir. उम्र थका नहीं सकती, ठोकरें गिरा नहीं सकती, अगर जिद हो जीतने की तो परिस्थितियां भी हारा नहीं सकती. So with this, I end up my speech. I am supporting all the resolutions and very best of luck to you and entire board of directors, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Signing off. Thank you.
Arvind Vaika.
Mr. Chandrasekhar, Mr. Dr. Praveen Sinha, my Tata Power employees and the management. My name is Arvind Vaikar, calling to you from Ahmedabad. Sir, I would like to, ask you one question only. Basically, primarily what I understand from your speech and also the speech given by MD and CEO, that BlackRock and Mubadala is investing rupees 4,000 crores in renewable business, which according to this is going to help you in rooftop solar business, EV business, solar pump. These businesses will get benefited. I would like you should kindly elaborate on this arrangement, whether it's a JV arrangement or a collaboration tie-up or what sort of arrangement it is. And is this going to help for manufacturing of solar cells or modules? Is it a technology transfer or assistance for design, development of rooftop solar for the power generation systems and the EPC business of the same? And the asked is that is this particular arrangement is going to help you for solar pump manufacturing with the technology tie-up, etc. I would like to thank Mr. Anuj Mistry for taking a special trouble, and really speaking, he has done, he himself contacted me and helped me in getting this connection established. So I personally believe I'm thankful to entire management of the Tata Power. Thank you.
Shailesh Mahadevia.
Yes, sir. Mr. Chairman, distinguished directors and all the members of the company. Sir, I feel extremely honored for getting this opportunity to express my views about the working of the company in front of such distinguished board of directors. Sir, I would like to appreciate the integrated report which has been prepared, giving details of all the things which we require. So I also appreciate your brief comments and the presentation made by our MD, Dr. Praveer Sinha. Sir, I also appreciate the cooperation and assistance I receive from the secretarial department, which is a link between the company and the management on the other side. Sir, now I wish to put some questions with a view to increase my understanding and appreciation. Sir, my first question is regarding Orissa Discom. Sir, we have been able to reduce the TD losses, and I would like to know is whether there is further room for reduction of A, T and C losses, or have we reached the optimum level of such recovery? Sir, my second question is regarding the excellent CSR work which is being done by our company, and I appreciate on all counts. Sir, however, what I would like to understand is that have we worked out the multiplier effect or the impact of the CSR work which is being done by us. Sir, it is very often that the multiplier is as high or 7 or 8 compared with the actual cost of CSR to the company. Sir, may I know whether such impact study, and can you share this multiplier effect of the company? Sir, my third question is regarding ESG rating. Sir, Dr. Praveer represented in the very first meeting of CRISIL organized for the purpose of ESG. Since then, my heartiest congratulations to him for his contributions and his continuous study. So what I would like to know is when CRISIL will get the opportunity, we will start giving rating of Indian companies. At present, they are not permitted by the regulatory authority. Sir, in the meantime, when CRISIL rating is not available, what is our ESG rating carried out by international companies? Sir, my fourth question is regarding our data given on the basis of units produced. At present, the data which we are giving is on the basis of how much installed capacity we are having for renewable sources, for thermal sources. So what is important and relevant is actually how many units are being produced by the renewable energy process and how many by the thermal process. Because as we are aware, very often these renewable sources of energy production do not work often throughout the year and very often not throughout the day. Sir, if you can share that data, it will be of great help to us. Sir, then my last question is that in our managing director statement, he has stated in his initial remarks that the availability of hydro, wind and solar energy is 100%. However, with respect to thermal capacity, it is 85%. Sir, could you throw some more light as to these are all the installed capacity data? We would like to have more on our utilization. And sir, my last question is whether we are advisors or consultants to all the Tata manufacturing companies of our group, because we are having an expertise and all the companies of Tata Group should take full advantage of our facilities. I wonder whether this is being followed or not, and in case no, sir, I would strongly suggest that all Tata manufacturing units in India and elsewhere are looked after as far as the power generation and distribution and utilization is concerned by our company Tata Power. With this, my best wishes to our organization for all our efforts, which are increasing day after day in the right direction. Thank you very much, sir.
Ms. Karanas.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
ma'am.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Respected Chairman, Mr. N. Chandrasekhar, other board members, my fellow shareholders, I am Mrs. C. Mascarenas speaking from Mumbai. First, I thank the company's secretary, Mr. Mistry, and his team for sending me e-annual report and also registering me as a speaker at my request and this platform to give me. Even so good the team is that I was getting a good nap because my number has gone very last. So they woke me up and hey, your number is coming. Thank you so much. Thank you for all this service which you give to the old shareholders. Now performance good, dividend good, good market capitalization and a very good growth. Congratulations for all awards and accords. I appreciate the CSR work and especially ESG contribution. Now, coming to the CSR, sir, I read one article that IOC along with GOI will unveil indoor solar cook stove, Surya Nuttan. By this, we can get rid of the headache of LPG, which is cost is rising. Now it has in Bombay, it has become more than 1053, or electric stove because electric prices are also increasing. This stove will be inside the house and the solar panel outside the house. And the solar energy will be stored by thermal battery. So what about we going into this something like that? We have got lot of R&D and this will help in the CSR work, you know. Means this is my one suggestion. And second one, today is very sensational news item that they said Tata Power. According to second time what I heard, it is Tata Projects, which is unlisted company about the power grid and Tata Power. It is Tata Projects, some 4 or 5 officers. But my thing here is, I have made many times suggestion in Artson Limited that the Tata Project is holding a major stake in Artson should go for reverse merger. So please kindly look into this Tata Projects and how it can get listed. This is my humble plea to you, sir. As many people have asked questions, I will not ask any question and I will wait for your answers. So that I'm waiting for your reply. Lastly, I wish you and the full Tata Group team good health, and as it is, good health is wealth. And please help me and my husband to demat our physical shares. With this, thank you very much. Now, Mr. Mascarenhas, who is 33 number, he will speak. Thank you.
Hello. Hello.
Yes,
Can
sir.
you hear me, sir? Respected Chairman, sir, very distinguished members of the board and my fellow shareholders. Good evening to you all. My name is Aloysius Mascarenhas. At the outset, I thank the management, our company secretary and his team for sending me the balance sheet which I received on time. It is voluminous, informative, educative, transparent, and above all, adhering to all the parameters required for a good corporate governance. Our results are excellent, as shown and facts and figures in place. With a good dividend of 175% and a good market cap is worth the appreciation. Sir, I congratulate you, your staff, and all the members of the board for this. Keep it up, sir. Sir, my only question is, what is our future roadmap? Any acquisitions are there? And as usual, we used to have every year a plant visit for shareholders during the rainy season. I would like this to continue. Now that the COVID epidemic is over, so we are free. So like in the past, I would appreciate if a plant visit is arranged. I'm happy that our Tata company staff is cooperating in handling my demat shares. I wish that many more shares of mine are still pending, will be given good cooperation. With this, sir, thank you personally very much. All the board members and all the employees, all the very best in the days and years to come. With this, sir, thank you very much for patient hearing. Thank you. God bless.
Dinesh Bhatia.
हेलो हाँ सर मेरा आवाज सुनाई देता है हेलो
Yes, sir.
सर फर्स्ट तो मैं आपको और आपका एंटायर टीम को कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन कहूँगा बहुत अच्छी बात है बहुत अच्छा आप लोग का मेहनत है ऐसा कोविड पीरियड में भी हमारी कंपनी अच्छा इतना रेवेन्यू ले रही है ₹1 के शेयर के सामने ₹1 शेयर 10 रुपीज हमारा ईपीएस अर्निंग पर शेयर है तो एक आपकी और आपकी पूरी टीम की मेहनत दिखाई दे रही है हमें बहुत खुशी होती है आपने जो डिविडेंड भी अच्छी तरह से डिक्लेयर किया है वो भी अच्छी बात है बाकी हम देखेंगे तो ₹1 का हमारा शेयर है टाटा पावर का ₹1 का शेयर 214.50 पैसे में कोट हो रहा है 200 गुने से भी ज्यादा भाव में कोट हो रहा है मार्केट में वो हमारी कंपनी का प्रोग्रेस दिखा रही है, आप लोग की मेहनत दिखा रही है। ये 1 रुपीज से 214.50 पैसा, ये बहुत अच्छी बात है। और हमें पूरा ख्याल है, आपने शुरुआत में भी आपने और आपका टीम ने जो प्रेजेंटेशन दिया उसमें काफी माहिती आपने दे दी, जानकारी काफी दे दी। हमें बहुत खुशी हुई, आप लोग बहुत बढ़िया काम कर रहे हैं और हमें ये कंपनी का शेयर होल्डर रहने का भी बहुत खुशी है। और मैं सेक्रेटरी टीम को, मिस्त्री जी को और उसका टीम को भी पूरा थैंक्स करता हूँ कि जिन्होंने हमें रिफ्रेश भी किया 2 दफे और ये वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस में आने का मौका दिया। मैं हर एक रिजोल्यूशन में सपोर्ट देता हूँ। ऑल द बेस्ट, थैंक यू।
Nalin Shah.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah.
Hi. Good evening, respected board members, and congratulations to the entire team of Tata Power for clocking yet another landmark year. So, power today is more important than ever. Power brings about change, change brings about progress, and eventually prosperity to each and every individual. For India to be a $5 trillion economy, power would play a critical role. And I must say today that power doesn't just restrict to the progress of a certain country, but even to the environment. With clean and greener power coming on stream, we are progressing not only on financial parameters, but even better standard of living. And I'm proud to say that being a shareholder of this esteemed organization, we are progressing even on greener aspect of power, wherein not children, even our grandchildren would benefit the most. So coming to my question, I would like to know a couple of things. I will not repeat a lot of questions which I asked before, but just a couple of things. One question is on the debt repayment plan. Would just like to know what will the debt repayment plan for this year be? So today, over 30% of our portfolio is from a greener and cleaner means. How are we planning to increase the presence, going forward? And what is the target for the current year? And so, what is our outlook on the EV space, considering you are the undisputed leader in the same? My last question is, can you give some guidance for the Q1, because Q1 is now over with 3 months already done. So can you give some guidance on Q1, margins on Q1, and also for the current financial year? What is the power outlook and anything like that for the current financial year? And last but not the least, before I pass on my dais to the other speaker, I would like to say one last thing. As a member who believes not just in Tata but also this country, I'm glad to see that Tata Power, is planning to achieve a carbon net zero status before the end of next 3 decades. We are there to support you, sir, and best of luck for the current year and the quarters to come. And we wish you all, you and your entire team, every single member at Tata Power, best of luck and all the best.
Suresh Chand Jain.
हेलो, आवाज आ रहा है सर?
या।
आदरणीय चेयरमैन सर, उपस्थित सभी डायरेक्टरगण और शेयर होल्डर साथियों, सर मैं हैदराबाद से सुरेश चंद जैन बोल रहा हूँ। सर, आपने जो कंपनी की जो रूपरेखा, चाहे वीडियो से बताए, चाहे आपने जो अपने शब्दों में कहे, उसका मैं स्वागत योग मानता हूँ और आपको तथा आपकी टीम को आपका टीम को मैं अभिनंदन करता हूँ। सर मैं सीएमसी की मीटिंग हैदराबाद में पूरे मीटिंग में अटेंड किया हूँ और जाते कंपनी जब यहाँ से जा रही थी, जब उसका भी मैंने अभिनंदन तथा स्वागत किया है। और सर मुझे खाली एक छोटा सा प्रॉब्लम है सर, मैं 2 बार मैं मेरे शेयर ट्रांसफर को भिजाया था। पहली बार कहा गया कि इसके अंदर ये डॉक्यूमेंट नहीं है, मैंने लगा के भेजा। फिर सेकंड टाइम आया, इसका भी डॉक्यूमेंट दो। फिर बाद में थर्ड टाइम भी इसी प्रकार मेरे को फिराया और कम से कम आज 3-4 साल हो गए सर, मेरे अभी तक शेयर ट्रांसफर नहीं हुए। जरा आप कोशिश करें, क्योंकि मैं 4 साल से पूरा बरोबर कोशिश कर रहा हूँ। मैं चाहूंगा इसके अंदर आपका सपोर्ट चाहिए, और अगर आप बॉम्बे या नहीं तो जिधर भी बोले, मैं आने के लिए मैं तैयार हूँ सर, जिधर, और पूरे डॉक्यूमेंट्स लेकर आपके सामने सम्मुख रखता हूँ। हैदराबाद के बहुत से लोगों को बताया ये बरोबर है। फिर भी मुझे मुझे इस कंपनी से खाली यही परेशानी हो रही है सर। आज टाटा स्टील के डिविडेंड कम से कम 4-5 हजार मेरे को डिविडेंड भी आ गया, और मैं आके कंपनी से हाथ से नहीं, कम से कम मेरे दादाजी और पिताजी के टाइम से मैं जुड़ा हुआ हूँ। कम से कम 40-50 साल से इस परिवार से मैं जुड़ा हुआ हूँ, और कई आके टाटा के कई कंपनियों के शेयर भी मेरे पास है। अगर आप चाहे तो आप सीएमसी हैदराबाद से भी कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं। सुरेश जैन कैसा आदमी है, क्या है, और आप मालूमात कर सकते हैं सर। और चाहे आप जिधर चाहे मैं आने डॉक्यूमेंट लेके आपके पास आने को तैयार हूँ सर। आपने जो मुझे बोलने का जो शुभ अवसर दिया उसके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Okay, sir. We will ask the company secretary to talk to you.
ओके, धन्यवाद सर।
Prem Prakash Kejriwal.
Yes, sir. I am audible.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I am starting my video, sir. नमस्कार सर, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद कि मुझे जो है मौका दिया गया आप लोग की तरफ से बोलने के लिए। सर आज मैं बहुत प्राउड फील कर रहा हूँ। 103 103rd एनुअल जनरल मीटिंग अटेंड कर रहे हैं हम लोग। मतलब ये कंपनी 103 साल पुरानी है, उससे भी हो सकता है कि 1-2 साल पुरानी कंपनी हो। बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है कि इतनी पुरानी कंपनी मैं लाइफ में पहली बार अटेंड कर रहा हूँ, और इतनी पुरानी कंपनी और इतनी अच्छी स्थिति में आप लोग इसको मेंटेन कर रखे हैं। मतलब हमारे पूर्वजों ने एक पेड़ लगाया था, प्लांट लगाया था, वो बड़ा वृक्ष बन के जो है अभी हम लोग को फल दे रहा है। इतना अच्छा मेंटेन किया आपने उस कंपनी को, ये टाटा ग्रुप ही कर सकता है सर, और कोई नहीं कर सकता। आप लोग बहुत अच्छा मैनेज कर रहे हैं कंपनी को, सभी कंपनी अच्छा मैनेज हो रही है। खासकर जब से आपने ज्वाइन किया है तब से और भी काफी बढ़ोतरी हो रही है। आपकी ये इस साल जो वर्किंग आई है, नो डाउट एक्सेलेंट वर्किंग है। मार्च क्वार्टर में आपने 7 रुपया ईपीएस दिखाया है, पूरे साल में आपने 10 रुपया ईपीएस दिखाया है, डिविडेंड भी आपने बढ़ा के दिया है। बहुत सराहनीय है सर, बहुत अच्छा है। और सर एक रिक्वेस्ट है कि जो भी स्पीकर है उसको एक हार्ड कॉपी जो है एनुअल जनरल मीटिंग का एनुअल रिपोर्ट का एक हार्ड कॉपी भेजा जाए, जिससे थोड़ी सुविधा रहती है स्टडी करने में। सर ये टाटा पावर प्लांट का जो मुंद्रा गुजरात में जो प्लांट था उसका क्या पोजीशन है अभी? उसको पहले बेचने की बात हो रही थी, अभी उसकी क्या पोजीशन है थोड़ी बताइएगा सर। सर आप लोग क्या इंपोर्टेड कोल यूज कर रहे हैं क्या अपना? तो उस कितना कोल इंपोर्ट हो रहा है, कितना इंडिया का कोल आप लोग यूज कर रहे हैं? सर मीडिया में मैंने पढ़ा था कि आप लोग डिफेंस सेक्टर के लिए भी जो है कुछ काम कर रहे हैं, तो आप लोग का क्या आइटम है उसमें, डिफेंस में जो है सप्लाई देने में क्या आइटम आप लोग बना रहे हैं और उसका क्या परफॉर्मेंस चल रहा है, थोड़ा बताइएगा। चार्जिंग स्टेशन जो आईओसी, एचपीसीएल, बीपीसीएल से क्या आप लोग का कोई पैक्ट हुआ है क्या कि पेट्रोल पंप के ऊपर जो है आप चार्जिंग स्टेशन जो है सेटअप करेंगे, थोड़ा बताइएगा। सर प्लांट विजिट, कभी भी फ्यूचर में प्लांट विजिट अगर कराते हो आप, या तो टाटा पावर में या किसी और ग्रुप कंपनी में, मैं लगभग सभी कंपनी में शेयर होल्डर हूँ और काफी पुराना शेयर होल्डर हूँ। मतलब आपका शेयर ले लिया तो फिर उसको बेचने का नाम नहीं है सर, मतलब वो लॉन्ग लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए रहता है वो। तो कोई अगर प्लांट विजिट अगर कराते हो तो मेरे को इनवाइट कीजिएगा। और लास्ट में सर फिजिकल शेयर के लिए मैं रिमाइंड करूंगा बस कि जो है मैंने प्रीवियस मीटिंग में भी कहा था, तो इस पे जैसा ध्यान दीजिएगा बस सर। थैंक यू, आपके धन्यवाद सर, थैंक यू।
Debojit Belal.
Sir, Mr. Bilal has some technical issues. We can move to the next speaker, please.
Pramod Kumar Payade.
Hello, sir. My
Yes,
voice
sir.
is audible?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, sir, for inconvenience. Good evening, everyone. Namaste, Chairman, sir, and all of the board of directors. Respected Chairman, sir, very happy to meet you. Sir, all of my questions are already answered. So, thank you very much. Namaste, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Rajendra Sheth.
हाँ हेलो
Yes, sir.
सर आवाज क्लियर हाँ जी सर मैं राजेंद्र सेठ थाना से बोल रहा हूँ सर सर 103 हमारी एनुअल जनरल मीटिंग है बहुत लंबी मुसाफरी है सर बहुत अच्छी तरह लंबी मुसाफरी की है लोगों को विश्वास भी टाटा ग्रुप पे ऐसा है जैसे सोना चांदी या हीरे रहते थे वो वैसा ही विश्वास टाटा ग्रुप के शेयर में है सर और कंपनी ने अच्छा डिविडेंड और अच्छा काम किया मैं कंपनी को मतलब मैनेजमेंट को धन्यवाद देता हूँ सर और सेक्रेटरी को भी धन्यवाद देता हूँ सर कि हर हमेशा हमको टाइम पे नोटिस पूरी विगत डिटेल के साथ आती है सर तो बहुत खुशी की बात है सर और ज़्यादा करके क्वेश्चन मेरा आगे वाले सब हो गए उस तक तो अभी मेरे खाली एक ही टेंशन है सर कि विंड पावर में हम लोग कैसे आगे जड़ को डेवलपमेंट करेंगे वो बताइए जैसे फूसलो ने सर मैं कच्छ का हूँ सर पर्टिकुलरली तो पूरा कच्छ डिस्ट्रिक्ट के अंदर मतलब समझो उस जो विंड पावर है उसका ही है सर तो हमने उसकी कोई पर्टिकुलर ऐसा कोई ढूंढा है सर कैसा वो जरा बताइए सर और बस सर बाकी तो मेरे को मैनेजमेंट के ऊपर टाटा मैनेजमेंट के ऊपर पूरा भरोसा है और आपके ऊपर भी पूरा भरोसा है सर बस बाकी सब रिजोल्यूशन में मैं पूरा सपोर्ट देता हूँ और खाली एक लीटी का श्लोक बोल के मैं समाप्त करता हूँ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शान्तिरूपे नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः थैंक यू सर बोलने का मौका दिया आभार
Thank you. Satish Shah.
So Mr. Shah has not joined the meeting.
Okay. Thank you, all shareholders. We have now come to the end of all the comments from the speaker shareholders. Now let me start giving responses. Mr. Arun Kumar Bopanna, thank you for your comments. Ms. Patel, thank you for your comments. Ms. Purdehi asked about how to take a connection in Bombay for Tata Power. The company will get in touch with you to see what can be done. Gautam Tiwari, thank you for your comments on the Maser fish. Rooftop solar is a very growing business for us. Currently, we have 35% market share, and we are targeting to set 1,000 megawatts every year. Microgrids, you asked the status, we have got 190 microgrids serving 14,000 consumers. And this year we hope to take it to 190 to 300 microgrids, touching 25,000 consumers. And hopefully after that we'll scale faster. The Mundra tax benefits already started giving us in the balance sheet. And thermal plants, you asked what is the fate? I think the current thermal plants will all go through their full life. Mr. Adil Irani, thank you for your suggestion regarding how to simplify the data that is being collected for dividend, and you gave the example of another institution. The company secretary will study that and see how we can address that. And you also talked about the news today about the Tata project executives, and a couple of other people have also mentioned it. It's just coming, and we will look into that. We'll let understand what it is and look into that. Bimal Kumar Agrawal, the coal requirements are fully tied up. Lekha Shah, you asked about climate initiatives. It is given in great detail in the integrated report. I will refer you to that. TND, you asked about how many customers. We have about 12 million consumers, consumer homes on TND. And the women employees, we have roughly about 1,800 women employees. Yusuf Rangwala, thank you for your comments. Vinod Agarwal, you asked about why the generation revenue has come down and the D&T revenue has gone up. D&T revenue has gone up because of Odisha, full integration for the year. And the thermal revenue has come down because our utilization in Mundra was much lower during the year than before. The capacity utilization you asked about, someone also asked about, I think Mr. Shailesh Mahadev also asked about. Our thermal generation excluding Mundra is the utilization is about 70%. Mundra is much lower. Hydro is 30.6%. Wind is 12.5%. Solar is 22.8%. Obviously, the utilization of the renewable energy, especially solar, wind, and hydro, will be much lower compared to thermal, which is practically can run all through the day. Then you asked about solar execution of the 3 gigawatt order. Typically, all our solar orders will be executed in 10 months' time. Charging point, the cost of setting up, you asked, somebody else also asked. Home charging is relatively cheaper at about 10,000 rupees, and it is set up the same week where an electric vehicle is purchased. The charging point outside takes a couple of months, and depending upon the size of the unit, it can cost anywhere from 1 lakh to 10 lakhs. CapEx for the 5-year green energy, I think we have a very aggressive CapEx plan. It'll be almost of the order of $8 to $10 billion. Prakash Nishanai, there was no acquisition during the year. The solar capacity, we have already said that we are going to scale from the current levels to another 16, 17 gigawatts during the next 5 years. Yes, we are planning to hire people. Every year we hire around less than 1,000 people in across various units. Pitisha, your comments are noted. Kaushik Shahuka, the company secretary will get in touch with you. You made this point in some other AGM also. I have mentioned it to them. We will see how we can engage with you. Mr. Hariram Chaudhary, your mobile suggestion you made in the Tata Chemicals AGM also, and I will pass it on to the company. Booster dose, definitely we will take that into account and help our staff members get the booster dose. CSR committee is Anjali Bansal and Mr. K.M. Chandrasekhar. And we spent about 32.5 crores this year, and the COVID is about roughly 10 crores. And the company secretary will definitely make the minutes available to you. Hiranand Kotani, you asked about why the consolidated is less. That is because Mundra losses in the consolidated. Next year, it's already consolidated, so it'll come in the standalone. I already answered questions on rooftop and coal, and you asked about the acquisition cost. The acquisition cost of Odisha Discom was for 51%, roughly around 730 crores. Barasha Smita Shah, thank you for your comments. Hasmukh Kovara, you and some others mentioned about rights and bonus. All these comments will be evaluated by the board. Shruti Garedia, you asked about charging stations. I think the Tata Power has a very aggressive plan, and it works with Tata Motors and also with many energy companies to lay out the charging station across the country. And so we will provide access to charging stations at home as well as across the nation so that long distance travel can happen. Green hydrogen is something that we are studying. We have not made up our mind as a group. Possibly the revenue from consumer segment. Today it's small, but it is fast growing. The rooftop solar pumps, micro grid, all put together will be less than 1,000 crores, but they are all growing more than 100% year on year. So we'll expect this to be a significant portion of our business after 5 years. Deepshika Pasari, discounts is a big opportunity. I mean, we have to wait for any tender to come, any privatization initiative across the nation. it is happening, but we are very keen to participate in all the discount privatization initiatives. Demand not being met, I think that's why we are aggressively, we see there is an opportunity, we are aggressively growing different in different platforms. Raw material dependency, especially the polysilicons, is totally dependent on China at this point as a nation. Domestic coal, I think that blending is a good law that has been brought by the government, so that will reduce, in fact, the cost for the companies and eventually the consumer. Medical area, discussions in the future, a lot of disruptions is likely to happen. There will be a lot of advanced technology in storage. I think nuclear power plants, modular nuclear power plants of very small size, to be able to capacity both as utility and also as captives will be another area that will come. And any other new technology that has potential will all come, because this is an area where there is a lot of investment going on in innovation and R&D. The global energy crisis impact, there is nothing directly on the company. Energy storage is, we are watching this space, and this again fast evolving. At some stage, the company will get into this space. Santosh Kumar Saraf, thank you for your comments. Already answered your questions. Manoj Kumar Gupta, I'm sorry that you did not get the right support from the shareholder department and the company secretary department. They have taken notice of that. They will connect with you and make sure that your concerns are addressed. Already I talked about privatization opportunities. We will participate. There is no impact of Russia, Ukraine, or the coal crisis on the company, because all our coal is all tied up. Ashish Kumar Bansal, already answered your question regarding cost of EV charging stations. Ravi Kumar Naredi, the Mundra, we are in discussion still. Hopefully we should have a solution. Currently it is making loss. For example, last year the Mundra loss was over 1,650 crores. Odisha discoms, we will continue to improve the losses, T&D losses, and distribution expansion. We are keenly looking at it. Currently, we are at 12 million. Hopefully, with all the opportunities, we can take it to 40-50 million consumers. Tata Projects has some projects which are loss-making. Projects from the past, 3 or 4 major projects, and that losses continue, and that is impacting the company's consolidated P&L, because company has is a strong shareholding in Tata Projects, and the company is working closely with the Tata Projects management through the board of Tata Projects to address these issues. Coal mines. In India, we have no acquisition plans. CapEx plans I already mentioned. This year, it's going to be close to 14,000 crores. But over the next 5 years, it will be close to 70,000 crores. EV charging stations, currently, I think it's a small scale. As we grow, we can start sharing numbers. Mahesh Budna, thank you for your comments on various aspects. And you talked about debt. I don't think this company should be operating without debt. It's a capital-intensive industry, so we will operate with a debt to EBITDA. Currently, it's at 3.9. We want to bring it down to below 3, and that will be a very optimal debt-equity ratio for this company. 2/3 debt, 1/3 equity is the right capital structure to be able to produce the returns that is required on equity. Bharat, Rajesh Chainani, thank you for your comments. Arvind Veika, you asked about BlackRock Mubadala. I think they are financial investors. What we have done is we have separated the renewable energy as a separate platform, which is utility scale renewables, solar energy, solar panel, rooftop solar pumps, plus the EPC business that comprises, and that we want to give it a growth impetus. So we've taken a financial investor. there is no technology transfer. The company completely has the technology that is required, and they're purely financial investors. Shailesh Mahadevia, thank you for all your comments. You asked about the ANT losses. We think there is further scope, but continue to improve. We will do an impact assessment on the multiplier effect. The CSR committee directors are also on the call. They have done impact assessment, but they will see how the multiplier effect impact assessment can be done. ESG rating, we need to wait for some more time. After that, we will get the international benchmark rating done. I already answered your questions on installed capacity versus unit produced. I gave you the real utilization numbers for the various types of power. And the Tata Power company is working with, reaching out to group companies and working with many of them. We will continue to pursue that. Mascarenas, thank you for all your comments. Dinesh Bhatia, thank you for your comments. Mr. Nalin Shah, the debt repayment plan will be in line with bringing down the company's debt ratio to EBITDA to be close to 3 or under 3. Green energy, I already shared the plans. EV charging, I already shared the plans. Suresh Chandra Jain, thank you for your comments. You have some share transfer issues, which the company secretary has taken note. They will reach you and then try to help you solve the problem. Om Prakash Kejriwal, we will make sure that you get a hard copy of the annual report. We do import coal from our Indonesian coal mine. That is what is used in our coal plants, and we do blending as is necessary. Defense sector is not part of this company. That's a separate company, Tata Advanced Systems, that is in the defense business in the group. Charging station, yes, we partnered with IPCL and other companies you mentioned. Pramod Kumar Tade, thank you for your comments. Rajendra Sheth, you asked about wind power. Currently, we have a capacity of 1,000 megawatts of wind power, but we continue to look for opportunity. And as we get more opportunities, we keep adding the wind power. Thank you, shareholders. With that, I have answered all the questions that were raised in the meeting. Now, I will authorize the company secretary, Hanos Mistry, to conduct the voting procedure. The voting facility will be kept open for additional 15 minutes to enable the members to complete the voting process. The results will be announced no later than 2 days from the conclusion of the meeting, and it will be intimated to the stock exchange and also will be published on the company's website as well as the website of NSDL. Once again, I want to thank all the shareholders who have participated today and all other shareholders for their continuous faith and support to the company. And we are committed to improve the performance of the company. I also want to thank all the directors for joining today, as well as for their continuous support to me and the management. With your consent, the management, I, and the board of directors will leave the meeting, and I wish you all a safe and healthy year and a good festive season, the rest of the year, and look forward to seeing you next year. Thank you very much.
The e-voting has been kept open for 15 minutes as mentioned by the chairman. We now close the e-voting. The requisite quorum was present throughout the meeting. The results of the annual general meeting will be announced by the company within 2 working days on or before 9th July 2022. With this, I declare the meeting concluded. Thank you and good night.
Please stop the recording.